Well, they're just mopping up trophies left, right and centre.
It bent rules, it manipulated circumstances.
You can't just throw in £1 billion
And it could all be built on a foundation of lies.
for major breaches in financial rules and dishonesty.
To win by respecting the rules. Liverpool, we cannot act like them.
You can't go a day without someone saying Man City are frauds, cheaters, 115 charges. The most common one, they have no history. But why does everyone hate Man City so much? For what exactly? At first glance, you might think that City cheated the way to the top. And it does seem suspicious, right? How can they possibly achieve treble, domestic quadruple, 4-peat, 6 Premier League titles, 4 Carabao Cups, 2 FA Cups and 2 Community Shields? Most points, most goals and most wins in a Premier League season. Every record you can think of, Pep Guardiola's City have broken. So they must have cheated, right? Wrong. It's actually quite simple. Every top team has their own period of dominance. Let's use the same arguments. United under Sir Alex Ferguson. 38 trophies in total. 13 Premier Leagues, 2 Champions Leagues, and obviously more. Liverpool under Bob Paisley. In 9 years, 6 league titles, 3 European Cups, and 6 Charity Shields. Arsene Wenger at Arsenal. 17 trophies, 7 FA Cups and Community Shields, 3 Premier Leagues, and most importantly, the Invincibles. Many of the big red clubs dominated the league, making it look easy. If you think Pep's 8 years of dominance is a lot, some clubs dominated for 26 years. So this dominance that everybody hates City for can be used as an argument for every other team that had a period of dominance. By this logic, we should hate every other team that had a period of success, right? The next thing they'll be saying, we don't hate them because of the dominance. We hate them because of the money they've spent. But let's break that down. Over Pep's 8 years, City spent 1.6 million on transfers. Chelsea, 2.3 billion. United, 1.5 billion. Arsenal, 1.4 billion pound. There are literally 3 teams that either are spending more or are very close to Man City's spending. So competition should have been neck to neck, right? And get this, the most expensive transfer in British football ever, Chelsea's Moses Caicedo, 115 million pound. The highest paid footballers over the past 10 years, Wayne Rooney, Alexis Sanchez, David De Gea, Gareth Bale, Cristiano Ronaldo, and only the last 2 years, Kevin De Bruyne. From all the 6 footballers we've just pointed out, 4 are playing in Manchester, not for Manchester City. Also in Man City's treble winning squad, most players was bought for not more than £50 million, where Rodri and Diaz were the only ones around the 60 million mark. Jack Grealish's £100 million transfer was the only one that caught everybody's attention. But after so much success, City are able to bring in a player at such a high cost, which is not something that's unusual. Look at PSG, they spent billions and not won one single Champions League over the years. They had an attacking trio of Messi, Neymar and Mbappe. Even speaking about that made me feel scared about that attack. So summing up all these facts, we see that money is not the only way to success. These comments that City spends so much money can be used for Chelsea, Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool, and if you want other clubs outside of England, Real Madrid, PSG and so on. So what makes City so good? It's not clearly only the money. So what is it? It's all about management. When City sign a player or bring one from the academy, they're already joining a top quality squad. No pressure on them to be the saviour. They're surrounded by talent and guided by the best.
That when you start the process, you are here, you are there, or you are there. Otamendi, Kevin De Bruyne, Fernandinho, Silva, Sterling, Aguero, they are investments from the past.
Phil Foden, Rico Lewis, Oscar Bob, all academy graduates. Even look at what Cole Palmer's doing. Who else did this? Liverpool under Klopp. They built a dominant team by integrating good players into a quality squad. And in time, those good players became great players. So with smart spending and the right management, City have dominated the Premier League for over 8 years. It's been close at times, but City have always had the last word. I mean, this era is one of the best any football club has ever had, both on and off the pitch. I mean, City even have the highest revenue of any football club in the world. Now, people don't like that, but it's facts. And the numbers speak for themselves. And guess what? They're not stopping anytime soon. Erling Haaland, 24 years old. Phil Foden, 24 years old. Savinho, 20 years old. Jeremy Doku, 22 years old. Rico Lewis, 19 years old. Gvardiol, 21 years old. Oscar Bob, 21 years old. And let's not forget, City are likely going big in the next transfer window, with potential signings like Furlong Wirtz and Jamal Musiala, which are being heavily linked with a move to the Etihad. But the whole money focus is on City because they became relevant since 2010, because they have no history. Nottingham Forest have history. Asmart Goldbridge. Burnley, now in the Championship, have history. Cheltenham in the Sky Bet League also have history. What are we really talking about here? Trophy history or periods of dominance? Man City may have been relegated to the Championship in the past, but they've always won trophies. Well, they weren't as dominant then as they are now. That doesn't mean that they didn't have history. City's recent period of dominance is exactly that, recent. But the claim that City have no history, clearly false. The club was founded in 1880 and became Manchester City in 1894. So from 1880 until now, it's all a part of Man City's history. Fans of clubs of Man United, Liverpool, Arsenal, Chelsea often lean on the history argument because their clubs have won so much. Well, Man City won trophies before Chelsea even existed as a club. But here's the real question. Are City's current years of dominance and trophy success still a part of their history? Why does it matter when them trophies were won? They're all a part of history. I mean, somehow City found a way to break the system and use it to their advantage. But let's get real. The sad part of this whole saga is how many people pretend to be experts while confidently sprouting nonsense about the 115 charges. The principle of innocence until proven guilty seems to have vanished under the constant media speculation, mostly driven by the traditional big clubs. There's immense pressure on the Premier League to find City guilty of something, anything, as long as City are seen to be guilty. But we haven't seen one article about if City was to win this case. Everyone wants City to be guilty. Everyone wants City to fail because that's the only way they can beat them. They can't do it on the pitch, in revenue, in the transfer market, nowhere. This is their last hope. Let's be real. Who wouldn't want their club to dominate football the way Man City have? Instead of looking for excuses, it's time to accept the reality. City is, without a doubt, the most well-run club in world football. Without a doubt. Rather than hate on City, it's time to recognise and respect the hard work the old club has done to get City to where they are, and the continued work that they put in to maintain this level of success.